When you have received a license key and a download link, then you can download the zip file of the software, unzip it, then it will be unzipped into a folder called deploy. Then you will write the license key, and after that you will start the software. You may run into problems that when you start the software it says that DLLs are missing, or it works but the software starts without making use of the computer's graphics card, or that your computer is just not powerful enough. So we will look at these things and some other things in this video. First thing you do, and you only do that absolutely the first time you use the software on your computer, is to activate it with your key. To do that, you double click on the exe file called turboactivate.exe. After double clicking on that, you will see this window here. Then you click retype your product key and then enter the product key there. And then you will see that hopefully it succeeds. After that, you start the software by double clicking on the file called _rapidgeology_start.bat. The first time you start the application, you might get this pop-up here. To start it, you press more info and then you click that you should start it anyways. Then you might get a message, a small pop-up in the corner, saying that the virus scanner is running. When the virus scanner is running, the software will run slower than what it usually does, and the virus scanner might run the first or even the first few times you start the software. If you now get a pop-up saying missing DLLs, then you need to install some DLLs from Microsoft. There are two ways of doing that. Either you use the installer here, which is a Microsoft installer. When you double click on it, you will see here and you press agree and install. If you would rather get the installer from Microsoft directly, then you can search on internet for the Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable version v14, and then it should take you to this website here, and you will download this one, which is the same as this one. When you double click on rapidgeology_start.bat file, you will see a black window which might be frozen for a few seconds the first time you start it, and then the splash screen shows up and then application opens up. So what you need to check is if the application is actually using the graphics card on your computer. To do that, you go into About, System Info, and then you get this pop-up here. And here you see GeForce 4070, so this is using the external graphics card. If you have a graphics card and it's not displayed here, then you need to tell Windows that this application shall be graphics accelerated. But if everything is okay, then you can test the application by going into About and Test, and then just let it do its tests. And then at the end, it shows at the bottom here, system speed. If this is above 10,000, then you might have too slow system. But still you can try it out if it works. So if your app is not graphics accelerated, then you do this to make it graphics accelerated. You press the Windows button, you write System, you click on System, you click again on System here, and Display. Then you scroll down to Graphics, and here you choose Add a desktop app. You open the deploy folder, and in here you choose not the bat file but the file called rapidgeology.exe. When you have done that, scroll down and you will see your application. Then you click on here, and GPU preference, you choose high performance, and then you choose the graphics card you have. Then to be sure it works, you have to restart the application. Again, go into About and see if it now shows the graphics card that your computer has. If you installed your app on a laptop which has a really high resolution, then you might display the application with sort of too big user interface. This can be adjusted also in a system, and then you press display, and you will see scale has been set to 150 automatically. This can be reduced, but it doesn't always work as intended, because even reducing it a little bit to 125 makes it way too small. You can also try with a custom number like 140, but still it's very small. So we suggest that just use 150, 125 or 100. The last thing I want to show you is that when you start the application, it starts writing in this file here called log. It clears it and it starts writing in it. And if the application crashes, the log file will automatically pop up like this. And as it says here in the top, if it crashed, just take this text, send it to this email, or attach the log text file and send it